Chiefs Kingdom, the moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. Super Bowl 59 is just hours away, and the Kansas City Chiefs stand on the doorstep of history. One more win, one more legendary performance, and this team cements itself as a true dynasty. And what better way to do it than against the Philadelphia Eagles? A rematch of Super Bowl 57, where Patrick Mahomes led an unforgettable comeback to bring home the Lombardi Trophy. Now, 2 seasons later, both teams are back, but this time, the stakes feel even higher. For Mahomes, this game isn't just about another ring. It's about solidifying his legacy as one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. For Andy Reid, it's another shot to prove his dominance against his former team. And for the Chiefs as a whole, it's the chance to become the first team in 20 years to go back-to-back as Super Bowl champions. So now, I've got to ask you, what's your prediction for the final score? Drop your guesses in the comments below. Will it be another close battle, or do you see the Chiefs running away with it? Buckle up, because in the next chapter we break down the matchup everyone's talking about, Mahomes versus Hurts. Let's get into it. When it comes to Super Bowls, quarterbacks define the game. And this year, we have a matchup between two of the league's brightest stars, Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. Let's start with Mahomes. By now, we all know what he brings to the table. When the lights are brightest, he delivers. He's already a 2-time Super Bowl MVP, and in the playoffs, he takes his game to an entirely different level. His pocket awareness, arm angles, and ability to extend plays make him nearly unstoppable. And if history tells us anything, it's that Mahomes thrives under pressure. But let's not overlook Jalen Hurts. The Eagles' QB is a dual-threat nightmare, strong, fast, and incredibly composed. He can beat you through the air, but when he tucks the ball and runs, he's just as dangerous. And remember, he gave the Chiefs all they could handle in Super Bowl 57, throwing for 300-plus yards and nearly stealing the show. The difference this time? Coaching and preparation. Andy Reid has had 2 weeks to craft the perfect game plan. And if there's one thing we've seen over the years, it's that Reid and Mahomes together are almost unbeatable with extra time to prepare. So, Chiefs Kingdom, what do you think? Can Mahomes out-duel Hurts again and lead us to another title? Let me know in the comments. Next up, we dive into the biggest keys to victory: defense, the run game, and the offensive line. Let's break it all down. All right, Chiefs Kingdom, let's talk about what's really going to decide this game. We know Mahomes and Hurts will make plays, but football is won in the trenches and on the defensive side of the ball. So let's break down the 3 biggest factors: defense, the run game, and the offensive line. First, the defense. The Chiefs' defense has been one of the best in the NFL this season. Fast, physical, and disciplined. Steve Spagnuolo has built a unit that doesn't just hold the line, but dominates. Trent McDuffie has been locking down receivers all year, and Chris Jones is an absolute wrecking ball up front. If this defense plays at its best, Hurts and the Eagles' offense are in for a long night. Now let's talk about the biggest X factor for Philly, the run game. Saquon Barkley is a home run threat every time he touches the ball. If the Chiefs want to control this game, they have to stop him. The key? Linebackers like Nick Bolton flying to the ball and the defensive line closing those running lanes early. If the Chiefs make Hurts throw under pressure instead of relying on Barkley, it gives them a massive advantage. And finally, the offensive line. We know Mahomes can work magic, but giving him a clean pocket makes him unstoppable. With Joe Thuney stepping in at left tackle, the Chiefs have a reliable veteran protecting Mahomes' blind side. And don't forget the Eagles' pass. Rush isn't what it was 2 years ago. If the O-line can hold up, Mahomes is going to have plenty of chances to attack deep with Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy stretching the field. So, what do you think? Which unit will be the biggest key to victory? Defense or offense? Vote in the comments. Next, we look at history and what makes the Chiefs so dangerous in Super Bowls. Get ready for some mind-blowing stats. Chiefs Kingdom, if there's one thing we've learned over the years, it's this: never count out Patrick Mahomes. No matter the score, No matter the situation, this team always finds a way. And if history tells us anything, we might be in for another dramatic finish. Think about it. Mahomes has never played a Super Bowl where he wasn't trailing by at least 10 points, and yet he's won 2 of them. The comeback against the 49ers? Legendary. The battle against the Eagles 2 years ago? A masterclass in second-half dominance. So, even if things get tough, you know this team won't panic. And let's talk about experience. This is a Chiefs team built for moments like this. Mahomes, Kelce, Andy Reid, Chris Jones, they've all been here before. The Eagles? They've got talent, but they've also been inconsistent. Can they handle the pressure of the biggest stage against a team that thrives under the bright lights? That's the question. One of the most important matchups? Trent McDuffie versus A.J. Brown. Brown is one of the most physical receivers in the league, but McDuffie has quietly become one of the best corners in football. If he can slow Brown down, that takes away a huge weapon from Hurts and forces the Eagles to look elsewhere. And we can't forget about the trenches. Chris Jones is playing in what could be his final game as a Chief. You know he's going to leave it all on the field. If he can get to Hurts and disrupt the passing game, the Eagles' offense could be in serious trouble. Now, let's hear from you. What's been the most exciting Super Bowl moment for the Chiefs so far? Drop your answer in the comments. Up next, it's time for predictions. Who's winning? What's the final score? And who's taking home MVP? Let's break it all down. All right, Chiefs Kingdom, we've broken down every angle. Mahomes versus Hurts, the keys to the game, and the history that makes this team so dangerous on the biggest stage. Now it's time to answer the big question. Who's winning Super Bowl 59? Let's start with what we know. The Chiefs have the best quarterback in football. The best play caller in Andy Reid, a battle-tested defense, and a roster that knows how to win when it matters most. On the other side, the Eagles are hungry, but they've shown cracks, especially late in the season. Can they really outduel Mahomes for 4 full quarters? Here's the prediction. Chiefs 31, Eagles 24. It won't be easy, and we might see another second-half comeback, but when the dust settles, Kansas City will be Super Bowl champions once again. And for MVP? Come on, do we even have to ask? Patrick Mahomes is built for moments like this. 3 touchdowns, 300-plus yards, and another legendary performance under pressure. If it's not Mahomes, watch out for Travis Kelce, especially in the red zone. Now, it's your turn. Drop your final score predictions in the comments and let us know. Who's winning MVP? Will it be Mahomes, Kelce, or maybe a surprise star like Chris Jones or Pacheco? Chiefs Kingdom, this is it. One more game. One more step toward greatness. Let's bring that third. Lombardi back to Kansas City.